All right, you guys, so I am ready to start page number 5. So here we go. I need, see, we're going to make a pocket. So need to cut this, I don't know what size. Let's see, looks like 2. So I cut it at 2 wide. Too wide, and I know it's 2 and my maths are 2 and 1/8. So let's actually get the cutter out and see if I can figure this out for my own little pea brain. Okay, so it's 2 1/8, and if I wanted to add 1/4 inch, there we go. That's good. Okay. Which makes it at 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. So 2 and 5/8. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I actually had my camera plugged in. It needed a little charge, so I have to be careful not to pull on the cord by, and I think I said 2. But I want it wider. I want it 2 1/4. I want it wider on account of because I need to score it to make a pocket. Okay, so there's that. Two and a quarter. Okay, so I need to score at 1/4 inch there and 1/4 inch there, and then so that's the top, that's the bottom, and then 1/4 inch there. Move my scoreboard out of the way. Right, and get this all folded and burnished. Okay. You can see the score lines better on this this part of the pattern paper. That's why I turned it over. Okay, there's that. Now, I did a little cheater pumpkin eater method on the other one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing, because I don't need a ton of bulk. Okay, so I'm going to lay some black cardstock down with just a little bit of a border, because I like excuse me, like the border. Go ahead and cut that off in line with the pattern paper. Okay, and just gonna add just some glue here as well, just to kind of keep everything down. Though technically don't need to do that, but I'm going to put that back in there. Just make sure that oh boy. apparently I measured wrong. No, that's 2 1/8. That's hear a little nose at the door. If I just move it just a teeny little bit, just to the outsides of the score line, I might be able to get away with it. Maybe. Hang on one second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, so let me see if I can kind of push these score lines just a little bit. Because you know how like the score lines have like the inside and then the outside edge? Let's see. I think it'll be good. It'll be fine. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, there's that. All right, so now on this one, I am again going to use some wet glue to secure this down. And yeah, just gives me a little more secure stick, a little more hold. At least that's what I tell myself. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Now before I forget to do it, because I did forget to ink the pocket. There we go. Okay. There we go. My poor husband has like this cough, and it's not like it's an unproductive cough. It's just dry, and he's just like, I can actually hear him coughing. I don't think the microphone on this camera is picking that up, but I just feel so bad for him. I hate being sick. I'm just glad, like, this cold, it's more annoying than anything. Alright, let's go ahead and stick this down. Actually, oh, it'll be fine. Just go ahead and push everything down nice and good, so we get that really good adhesion. All right, so there is that part of it. Now I do need to make a little tag, but I also need to decorate. But let me see if I can find my, there it is. Okay, so you can do a couple of things. Like, you can fussy cut this, and this one I'm actually, one of the ways that I create the stamped edge is really actually fussy. I use my tiny little stamp, or my tiny little punch, and I punch out each of those. Just kind of depends on my mood on how I want to do this, but It really doesn't take too terribly long. Maybe a little bit longer than fussy cutting it, but sometimes the edge is better. Like, sometimes it's not. Sometimes I've cut too close to the edge itself, and it doesn't give me the same look. So you can do that. On this one, it's kind of small, so I'm really not going to worry about that edge on it. I'm going to give it more of like the faux edge, like that. And honestly, once I ink it, you're not going to be able to tell that much on it. I guess maybe if you really go in and look at it, you'll be able to tell. But I think it's going to be pretty it'll be fine just like without it. There's a larger postage stamp that I'm going to use, and I will do that on it. I think there's a larger, yeah, I do. I use the larger one. Okay, now a little bit of foam tape on the back of this one. So no word yet on students. I did send her a message asking if she texted or just emailed one of the instructors, because one of our instructors, she doesn't really check her email as much, so I asked her if she had emailed her, sent her a message, or called her, whatever, but I haven't heard back yet. Okay. Got some pieces I just want to use. That's just a little too much right there. There we go, like that. And then just one more piece. One more piece. There we go. Like that, because I didn't really put any on the bottom. Okay. Let's do a little gluing on the back. There we go. Oops. And I know some of these will, like this one is actually not supposed to be glued. And I'm actually going to cut this one off and cut that one and that one, because I can. There we go. It's fine. Just like that. Now, there are a few sequins. I need to grab some more of the little ones. Might as well grab, while we're in there, grab a few of the larger ones. I'm going to be so sad when I run out of these, because I don't know where they would have come from. Because I could ask, I mean, I could ask my mom, but she's going to be like, I don't remember. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. Let's go ahead. And put down the gears. There we go. So glad this stuff dries clear. This is the little one that goes down on the bottom. There we go. Right. Do we need... Okay. Large. Whoops. It's been kind of almost chilly all day, and then, nope, I don't want that one there. Now it's warming up, and it could be just because I'm in here and I've got my lights on and, you know, all that kind of fun stuff, but, it wasn't even supposed to get up to 60 today. Okay, so there is that part of the page. Now I just need to create the tags, so I'm going to be using, let me see if I can find the die. I'm going to be using the Tim Holtz alterations. I almost said altercations. This, is it that one? Yeah, it is that one. That die. I'm going to need this and piece of black cardstock. Go ahead and just glue this together. Might as well do it in one pass, right guys? Okay. Right. Let me just realize that again. There we go. Okay. Now, die cutting machine. Okay. Gotta change up my sandwich. And you're not, with the open dies, you're actually not supposed to use the precision plate, but, well, I'm going to because I am too lazy to, I'm gonna use this piece, to grab my other cutting pad. It is just too far away. Oh, dang it. I knew I was doing that wrong. That is not what I wanted to do. Why didn't you guys warn me? I was putting the wrong, I glued down the wrong paper. Okay. So, let's try this. Let's try this again. There goes the pin. Let's find that pin before I poke myself. Okay. Okay. That's nice and in there. Okay. Let's put this down. That right there. Down. Cut through that way. And roll it back through. And there's my tag. And put this back. Getting the big shot out of the way. So I actually have to contact Physics because I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but for Christmas, my wonderful husband got me the Vagabond. Now, my Vagabond is not, I don't think it's calibrated right because I've purchased other cutting plates for it. I've purchased a shim for it and it doesn't work. In fact, even my steel rule dies, so the steel rule dies, for those that aren't super savvy as far as, you know, terminologies, are the thick dies for okay? And even when I do the thick dies and just the cutting pads like you're supposed to, it actually doesn't catch. Like, it's still like loose and it doesn't what's the word? So it doesn't you know what I'm saying, like it won't cut. So there's definitely something wrong with it, and it's unfortunate. And it's partially not that it doesn't cut right, it's not my fault, but I definitely should have followed up with it sooner. And I don't like how that looks. I like it to go in the other way. I know it's one of those just fussy things, but hey, I'm allowed to be fussy. I'm creating this, I can be fussy. So okay, let's try this again. Now I've lost which way it's supposed to feed through. This way. I don't know why it matters. It just, to me, as far as what looks the best, when it's fed through this way, it just makes more sense. I don't know why I put those away, because I still have to cut some length off of these, because I can't have those a million miles long. That's good. Let's get rid of those scraps. Okay, now over here someplace I had these little things, and these actually are from Recollections. I don't even know how long ago. I got these at the Goodwill when I was there one time, so I couldn't even tell you how long ago. Those, like, when they were or how to get them, because I don't think you would be able to get them unless someone was destashing. So that is something that I know won't be available, but I just thought the color was just so perfect. Okay, now on this I put one on the back just like that. Oopsies. Just like this. Okay, and I pushed it down. My nose is itching, I'm sorry. And then I added more glue. And although these are self-adhesive, I wanted to make sure that these stuck down really good. So I stuck it down and held it down. I just love these. These are so pretty. I'm going to do another project with this paper, and I'm going to definitely use a lot of these. So these are just rhinestone stickers is what it says, but they're, I don't know how to explain it. They're faceted, and they're not, I mean, they're kind of shiny. You guys can see that because they're faceted, but they've definitely almost got a grungy look to them. They're really pretty. So let's put those back in the package. And excuse me. And also, because I don't know how old the rhinestones are, I am adding more adhesive, because I know after a while adhesives can kind of fail on the back of those rhinestones. So, oopsies. Let's go ahead, lift that up a little bit and slide that in there. Okay, so this side, this page is done. So our next page is going to be this page right here. Okay, and this page, it's got one of the pulls on it, and it's going to open up. It's going to be a total fold out. So, oops, there we go, on camera. Let's do that on camera. So it's got a magnet and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and stop, reset, and I will be back in just a second. Okay, I'm back. That took a little bit longer to come back than I thought it was going to, because someone spilled some sequins. I have to tell you guys a story. I don't know if I've told you this story before. I think it's a funny story to me now, but it was not funny before. It was really upsetting. So like I said, we're going to create this page right here. I went over to craft with my sister, and seriously, I brought over some sequins, and one of the sequin packs I had used and I hadn't retaped, and she dumped it, and there was 6 colors of each of the sequins, and yeah, so not only did we have to pick them up, we had to sort them. I was a nice sister, and I helped her sort them. Okay, so this page is actually the same size as the other page, so we're gonna go 2 1/4, and finished size is 4 1/8, and I want to add a 1/4 inch for the fold, so we'll do that. I keep forgetting where I'm putting things. Okay, and then let's score this. Add a 1/4 inch. Oh my gosh, my ear just started ringing so bad. That's not fun. Okay. Alright, that's great. Now, I need to create 2 more mats that size. So, squeak. Okay. 2 1/8. Right. By 4 by 4, and I have a leftover piece that I am not going to need. Had to ask myself, are you going to need that? Okay, so now I need my scratch piece of paper, because we're going to do some heat embossing once again. So get that out, get that out. I'm going to get the octopus stamp out once again. Okay, and this block I have my other block right here, but I'm going to do this block. It's a little bit bigger. Okay, let's use the the correct side. Okay. Stamp. And you can't see it. I can't even see it. Okay, so it's that corner. I should just learn to leave things in the same position so I can just rotate the stamp and not worry about anything else. Okay, and that one. I'm going to set that right there. The nice thing about the VersaFine, or Versamark, is it stays wet for a long time. So it gives you time to, and I didn't use my pad on that one. So hopefully that one doesn't have too much static or build up on it. If not, we'll hide it somehow. I don't know how. Don't ask me how right now. I can't think. Oh, there's a train. New video, new train. Right? Okay, cover up my Versamark because I don't want that to get dirty. And now I'm going to actually flip this page over because I don't need to get it on. There. I'm getting it everywhere. I hate that gritty feeling of embossing powder. I need to get some of those Swiffer cloths. That would be helpful. Cleaning those up. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn that over like that. Right. One more. Oops. A bit more on there. Okay. All right. Now, let's go ahead, put all of my gold embossing powder back. Now, I've had this gold embossing powder forever. I can't even, I couldn't even tell you when I bought it. I know. Okay. All right. Now, let's bring those back in. I'm going to grab this with my tweezers because it's going to get pretty hot. Okay, my heat tool. Let's heat it up. And I do have to emboss the little sentiment part. Okay, that should be warm enough. But we'll do that separate. Love the way it looks when it changes. The way it just kind of glides across. Heating, heating, heating. There's that one. set that down for just 1 second. Pick this one up, and this one should be faster. It's nice and hot. There it is. So nothing yet. What time is it? It's like 8:15. It's really not late night crafting when it's only 8:15. Right, guys? I guess that could be late for some people. Not me. Usually I craft until around, oh, I don't know, midnight or so. Or like I'm up usually till midnight every night. And that's just how I am lately, because I haven't been feeling good. I have been going to bed earlier because I've just been so tired at the end of the day. My poor hubby, I can hear him coughing. When I finish this page though, I do have to take a break because I do have to get some laundry going for tomorrow. But that's in a minute. Okay. All right. All done with that. Before I forget, I do want to stamp the sentiment, and it's a Sea of Wonders. Just have to find it. Okay. Sea of Wonders. Okay. I have this little scrap. When I was making a tag for the last one, I messed up and miscut. It moved on me, so. And then I'm just going to stamp that right down in the center. Set that off to the side. There we go. Okay, looks good to me. Oh gosh, that was not good. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can get as much of this back in as possible. I can't go all the way to the edge because I have some, well, maybe I can. Who knows? Oh well, let's go ahead and give it a go. Alright. Well, what would embossing be if I didn't dump it, right? I just hate that gritty feeling. Ugh. Okay, alright. Now, let's go ahead and emboss this real quick. Hot. It's getting hot on my fingers. And that's why I use tweezers. Perfect. Okay. That is good for me. Okay, let that cool down a little bit. Now, need to ink the edges of these pages. Okay. My mom just sent me a message back. Oh, it's her pastor playing the drums. He's such an amazing guy. I'll look at that video and just a little bit after I'm done with this stuff. Okay. All right. Hooray. Oh my goodness. I need that piece. Okay. Okay, so this I need to adhere down, and I'm going to use wet glue for this part because it's a little warped from the heat embossing, so it'll just keep it down just a little bit better. Okay. Okay. This is going to be the outside. Okay, so now I need to punch a hole, and we're just going to eyeball it. Nothing has to be super perfect. I'm going to feed it through, hopefully. There we go. And I actually added, I know that I added a little bit of wet glue on the back of that, because I could, just to hold it a little bit flatter. Okay. Go. Otherwise it kind of moves around a little bit, and I don't necessarily like that. Okay. There we go. Now, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the magnet on. So let me grab a couple of magnets. I'm going to put the magnet like right there's good. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and put the back piece on. There we go. This is going to open. This is the top. This opens like that. Yep. This is how I want it. Okay. I have just a little bit of time for some wiggle. Now, on this page, literally gets glued here. And actually, I'm going to kind of miter those a little bit, just to be helpful. Okay. Line up those edges really good, just like that. Okay. Okay. I need to put that. Right there. And now this piece, that will do ya. There we go. Okay. Make sure all the edges are pressed down. There we go. All right, there's that. Now, one more thing. I am going to fussy cut. I just fussy cut this and then backed it on black cardstock and fussy cut that as well. So just thought it needed a little something. Apparently that didn't emboss very well over here, but we're gonna just mimic that there is a little gold curly piece. This isn't the detail, like it's not a detail embossing powder, it's just a regular embossing powder, and I never really understood the difference until I was trying to do small images like this, and then I realized the fine detail one is definitely finer granules, and when you're doing like tiny little things, it definitely shows up clearer as far as like words and stuff like that. It doesn't melt all together, so then you have, you know, there we go. Okay. All right, now we need embossing powder everywhere now. Ugh. It's okay. I just have to wipe everything down. Okay, now we're going to glue this down. And then we will, once again, fussy cut it, leaving just a little bit of a border around the outside. I should have. I feel like I should have gone in right there. That looks goofy now. Okay. All right, let's cut this out. And it's just a little thin border. Nothing super exciting. It'll just make it kind of stand out a little bit when I glue it to the page. Because I tried just kind of putting it in the corner, just kind of setting it there, and without the border, it just was like, no, it's a no from me. So I know I'm using gold embossing powder, and but I did use other metals on this. I am not one who's afraid to mix metals, so I don't feel like it all has to be, you know, if you use gold, it doesn't all have to be gold for the most part, or, you know, if you're using silver, it all has to be silver. I'm kind of more of a renegade when it comes to stuff like that. Okay, so now what I did with this little sentiment is I put it in the corner for a little tuck. Okay, so put a little bit there, a little bit there, and then I just put it right there. Takes a second for it to dry. Oopsies. Okay, there we go. All right. So there is that page. It's all done. So this was the back of the page with the little pocket and the tag, and then you flip it over, and then here is the fold out page. Okay, all right, that takes care of page number 5. So I'm going to kind of reboot, and I'll see you back here for page 6. See you in a bit.